guys, James Butler here on behalf of my amazing company, Reclaiming Warrior. I'm going to show you some stuff in this video today, and I do not want you to think my life sucks, because I didn't know this, because I'm not doing it this way. We're simply talking about how to remember ourselves, and specifically how to remember who we truly are. And we're doing that through the model that I'm going to show today. You probably read the intro to this video and it said something along the lines, I'm not sure what we'll settle on, but why your goal is holding you back, or why your goals are keeping you back in life, something like that. So who knows what we settle on, but we'll find out. And what does that mean? So when we think goals, I mean, we hear this in the self-help and motivation world every single day. Fucking goals, 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 goals. There's books written on it. We want to get motivation for goals. We want to, if we don't have a goal, we're probably worthless. But you're not working towards something? Can you believe that? So, goals. So first you have your goal, and then you have how you relate to your goal. What is your relationship with your goal? So when people say man, I don't have a relationship with my goals, it's just my goal. Well, the interesting thing is you do. I mean, is your goal a sense of motivation? Is your goal a sense of pride? You go around and be like, not only do I have a goal, but it's this fucking big. How do you actually relate to your goals? And that's the first thing we want to look at. Now, in the model I'm going to show you today, it's actually how we relate to our goals, and the way that we relate to our goals is actually what holds us back. I'm going to say that again, just in case you were mind blown. It's actually not the goal itself. It's how we relate to our goals that holds us back. I can call it goal. I can call it objective. I can call it vision. I could call it purple berry space muffin. Whatever you want to associate that thing that you're working towards or want or desire, and you're actually being in action to create it, that's what we're talking today. So if you're like, man, I don't have goals, I've got inspirational things that I write on a board and work towards them, that too. But we want to actually talk about how you relate to that thing that creates a bit of barrier in our life. So first, I'm going to draw this really cool thing. I mean, anytime I bring out flip charts, you know it's going to be a good day. So I got one out today. I love it. The most important thing in the world is not me, it's you. So this little stick figure, man or woman, is you. You are at the center of everything. You are not the center of the universe, for you people who are like, I am, thank you for telling me. You are the center of everything, and you are the center of your goals. They're your goals. Maybe your parents gave you those goals, and we can talk about that later. But this is all about you and what you want. So this is our starting point. Maybe we have you as starting point A. And you have this goal that you want to work towards. And it actually looks like fitness. Here's the thing. If fitness is your goal and you're working towards it, then what? When you get the fitness that you've always wanted, the health, the body, what then? I mean, I've got this cool six-pack, I'm running faster than I've ever been running, maybe I get a little bit of confidence. Who cares, man? What happens once you get this? Money. You say, I want this bank account. I want to have this many dollars. Maybe I put 10x. We all talk about this. 10x everything. You get that money. Then what? You've got all the money in the world. We know, we see billionaires and millionaires and people making tons and tons of money, and they're not quite happy. So then what? Job. You want a new job. You want a better job. A job that serves you. A job that gives you the lifestyle that you've always wanted. Well, then what? You got the job. Where then? Partner. It's a goal. You want to meet somebody, you want to have an experience with them, maybe even you want love. Okay, cool. And what we start to see is that goals are actually very binary. They're very A and B, linear even. I could take this and I could draw you here, and I could put your goal here, but it's one goal. You're working towards one thing. And the interesting thing is that you're one person. So what happens is, I know, a compass. No. We actually have a perimeter of things that you're constantly working towards. But you are one person. And quite often what happens is we have the capacity for very little at any given time. I can put all of my focus into creating money, but then this starts to suffer. And then I could put all of my focus into fitness, everything that it would take. But then my job's going to suffer. And I think I even read this today, you can only have 3 things. You got to pick one of these things. Based on the way we do things, yes. Because if you're the kind of person with the same thought process, the same beliefs about the world, you can only have one of these, 2 of these, 3 at best. And quite often what happens is being so focused on one of these excludes the other. It makes it impossible. There's fears that we have. There's ways that we go about actually acting on these things that make the other one impossible. Because maybe if I want money, the way that I do is I exclude everyone else, focus on what I need to focus on, and do it myself. I drive forward as a leader. But suddenly partnership falls right off. It's like the apples fall off one side of the cart, and we go to pick them up, and they fall off the other side. And then we go to pick them up, and then they fall off on this side. And so we actually feel like we can't have it all. And that's the part that disheartens me the most. Like, screw you for telling me I can't have it all. So I went looking, how does one have it all? How does one actually create a life where they have everything? Where their life is not attaining one thing, but for their life to not be contained in this little circle in the center, even just thinking about these little parts, but to break the barrier that keeps us in the center and have us ooze out and cover it all at once. To create capacity in our life. To create a way of being and a way of choosing and a way of seeing and a way of acting that gives us access to all at once. To even believing that we can have it all at once. That's what I'm talking about. And so quite often, it's the relationship that we have with our goals that makes it impossible. Because we relate to them as one. You don't want just one. You want the experience, and I'm not going to speak for you. If you don't agree, message me and comment and say, that's not my experience. However, quite often what happens is, as humans, we want the experience of having it all. Of living in a world where, yes, my fitness is in check. And yes, my financial status is in check. And I love my job. And I love my partner. But the thing is, we have to go completely inside to create the difference. Because I can do the actions over and over and over, the strategies, the tips, that will get me closer to one of these. But in order to have them all, I have to fundamentally change who I am. I have to relate to my goals as not things that I do, but a reflection of the change that I have created inside. I have to actually see the barriers that stop me right here. The things that I'm unwilling to do, the things that I'm scared of doing, and I have to actively take those on. So as to create the limitlessness that we talk about, that would allow you to expand out and touch everything at once, versus being only able to touch one thing at a time. So if you can get anything from this video, and I can just break it down for you into one simple thing. Your goals, we often go at in action, in the doing that we would have to do. And my invitation is that to actually focus on the doing and the awarenesses that you would need to have in order to expand into your life, in order to be someone who can have it all, to see in a way where there are no limits, to be in possibility, to be and have joy, and to truly experience life everywhere, not exclusive to only one. So, I want you to take a look at your life. Where right now can you only have just 1, 2, or 3? And notice the pattern. When you go for one, what happens somewhere else? And think about what it would be like if you could expand your capacity to have it all.